All right, chapter 12, section 6. We're going to be looking at humans and how they appeared. But in order to understand humans, you got to start off with primates. Okay, these are all primates. These are the common ancestor of all primates. Now, this is not an organism that exists on Earth today. This is an organism that existed on Earth at one point. And from that common ancestor came prosimians, which is the oldest known group of primates, to anthropoids, which are old and new world monkeys, hominoids, right, which are gibbons and orangutans, uh, also chimps and gorillas, and then hominids, which are humans and their direct ancestors. So if you're reading this, right, humans and chimps are most closely related. After that, humans and gorillas are most closely related. How do you tell? Because if I go backwards, the first junction I reach, the first intersection I reach is the one that chimps. And if I go back further, the next closest one that I reach is gorilla. And if I go back further, the next closest one is orangutans. And if I go back further, then it's gibbons, then it's new and old world monkeys, and then it's prosimians. So there's some characteristics we have that they have. We have flexible hands and feet, forward-looking eyes, and large brains. And here's some pictures of us, right? Just hanging out doing selfies, I guess. These are the prosimians. They're nocturnal. They have huge eyes and dilated pupils so they can see in the dark. This is not a three-headed monster. It's actually three of them on top of each other. I don't know why they do that, but they do. They don't come with an instruction manual, so okay. So anthropoids are human-like primates. They're old and new world monkeys, right? Uh, Hominoids are divided into hominids, great apes, and lesser apes, which is the ones we saw not too long ago. And they also include living and extinct versions of humans. So, like the easiest one that you probably know about is Neanderthals, which are cavemen. They are an extinct version. Uh, so bipedal means you walk on two legs. Bi means two, and pedal is for feet. That's why you put your feet on a bicycle pedal. It helped us forage, which is getting food, carrying infants, using tools. It's also important because it helps us, since we don't have very strong arms, it helps us run and be able to sustain running for a longer period of time than most animals. Animals can run faster than us, but not for a longer period of time for all kinds of reasons. There's a lot of extinct hominids that are no longer with us, so we'll find bones of them, but not necessarily, you won't see them around. One of the older ones is Australopithecines, which is how you say that big fancy word, or Australopithecus. And you can see in this picture of this bone, the eyes are here, and then the forehead kind of goes forward in a very, very protruding forward motion. Why was it like that? I don't know. This planet didn't come with a manual, but it was like that, at least according to these bones. That's the evidence that we have so far. And the genus Homo, which is our genus because we're Homo sapiens, Homo meaning man or same, depending on how it's being used, was 2.4 million years ago. So there were no hominids of any kind, no man like organisms and dinosaurs on Earth at the same time. Check out our skulls, okay? Our skulls change quite a bit. This is a very small frontal lobe, forehead, right? And if you move forward, you can see how our forehead becomes much bigger. Also, look at the relative size of the jaw to the skull. See, the skull here is small, the jaw is huge. And as you move more to the right, the skull becomes bigger, the jaw becomes smaller, at least stays the same, showing that our brains became larger, enabling us to use better tools, create better societal structures, etc. And that's it for chapter 12, section 6.